Leave me alone if I need me a sec. I need it. Fuck it, I need me a check. I need it. Saying with love, now that I'm found, I really need my respect. I really need it. Nobody but me in my head. Nobody. I'ma do me till I'm dead. Do me. If I gotta fight for my soul, then fuck it, I might as well go for the neck. Whoa.
Hey, yo, what's good, everybody? How's everybody doing? It is the 6th episode of the Us versus Us podcast, hosted by yours truly, #Dion.
What's up?
I got my brother here with me. How you doing, Prawley?
What's up, everybody? It's probably in this motherfucker.
Yeah. How's everything going? How's the weekend and the week been so far?
I mean, hey, the week just barely, getting started. Last week was pretty chill. Weekend, pretty. It was all right. It was cool.
Yeah,
I liked
it was wild card
chill.
weekend, and
Wild card weekend.
We'll get into a little bit.
Wasn't very
more of
wild.
that. Yeah, it wasn't, dude. Every game was kind of boring or a blowout. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But upcoming this week, there's some pretty big things going on. On what is it, the 15th? Mac Miller's album, his second post-ominous album.
The 18th.
The 18th?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think. Don't quote me on it, because now you got me thinking I'm wrong.
17th.
The 17th. Yeah.
The 17th. So we were both wrong, but it's all good. Either way, that's going to be really huge, and it's really dope for everybody and everything like that. His second post-ominous album. What are your thoughts on, Mac Miller and his influence and what he's, how he's influenced you in as far as like musically and just as a person in general?
I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot right there. I mean, I don't know if I talked about it in the first episode or not, but Mac Miller is definitely my favorite artist. Just musically speaking and artistry speaking. I mean, like I don't want to like go crazy. I mean, I guess I can because you allowed me to, right? This is the platform. But, I mean, I remember the first time I listened to Mac and just kind of being like, I guess I really didn't, like, get him at the time. But also, like, I really didn't even, like, get myself at the time. So, like, I wouldn't put it past me. That being said, I remember, like, like, not the specific date or the day, but, I remember one of my homies from high school. It's funny because I just messaged him the other day about this, and I remember him telling me to go listen to Good AM, and I had just kind of Mac dropped Objects in the Mirror the same day J. Cole dropped Born Sinner and Kanye dropped Yeezus. They dropped all on the same day. And that was probably the album that I least listened to, or even probably didn't really even listen to. Long story short, I listened to Good AM, and from there I kind of just like was at awe with the music that this guy was making, and like I said, the artistry of it. It was a very mature kind of sounding rap to me, I guess you could say. Like, mature in a way that it was very self-aware, and it was very deep without, like, needing to sound like it was very deep. It was very, like, easy to listen to and very digestible, and it made emotion, like, normal. You know what I mean? All of it. The good, the bad, the doubt and the confidence. You could just kind of hear it all. So from then on, I wouldn't say like I'm like the biggest Mac Miller fan or the biggest Mac Miller fan. I guess that's exactly what I just said. But I wouldn't say I'm like the biggest Mac Miller fan, or I'm overly crazy and know everything about him. But I would just say his music definitely changed my life. It definitely got me through a bunch of shit, and that being said, I cannot wait for this this new album. They dropped I think they dropped a single already. I think it's called like 5 Cent Pony Rides or something like that.
Ooh.
So that's already like kind of Mac
That's tight.
sounding, very jazzy.
You want to hear a
very,
snippet?
Yeah, go ahead and play it, and I'll kind of wrap my thoughts about it. But yeah, overly excited, even though I don't really sound like it. It's just, whenever I talk about Mac Miller, it really does hit home to me, just because of how much, his music helped me, not only as an artist, but like as a man, as a person, as someone that deals with my own kind of mental health and my own doubt and whatnot. And so anytime I talk or listen to Mac, it's definitely something that hits home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, he just has that, I don't even know if it's like something in his voice, but or maybe it's like his personality, but it's just so welcoming that it just makes you want to keep listening. And let's listen to this snippet real quick, and I'll kind of talk about my experience. That's a whole vibe, and it sounds really good. I don't know if we should or if you wanted to listen to that whole thing, but so yeah, I didn't want to interrupt that thing. I wanted to talk about it afterwards, but like all of my experience kind of was a little bit post ominous Mac, because like I didn't realize how much like I liked him until like the day that he passed away. I remember the day that he passed away and where I was, and honestly how it influenced one of my coworkers that I was like where I was working at the time. Like he like kind of was like really shook by it, and he like came over to me and he was like, "Oh, like Dion, you like you'll know, like Mac Miller's passed," and I was like, "What?" Like I like Mac, but I don't really know like a lot of his songs or anything like that. And then I just didn't have the same reaction, and then he kind of like got bummed out. So then that made me like just like start listening to him more, and actually like giving him a chance, because that guy was a cool guy too. So made me give him more of a chance. And then come to find out that you like you really liked him, and then we like fucking like work together, live together now and shit. So it's like the influence is definitely all the way around. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest Mac fan, especially like his earlier stuff. I thought like could have been better, but his progression throughout his whole career in music, you could just really see how he evolved as a musician, and how he grew as a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And I think like I always talk about it, like the personable aspect of an artist definitely makes you like them more. I think like some of the cool shit, and I do recommend going back. And then I mean, if you haven't already, I do recommend going back and listening to like Kids and and Objects, just because to me, I find myself liking him more when I listen to it back. It reminds me a lot of like old Eminem, but like more swaggy, if you will. But I mean, like you said, the maturing of the artistry, to go from what he was making to listening to even just that little snippet, it's like you do kind of like, I don't know, you kind of like get a sense of, man, this guy really kind of like started really kind of like diving into what he was doing. You get behind the keys, and it's like he just turns into a different person. And for me, I think being the age that he was, I think becoming the age, he was either 26 or 28, but when I got to the ages around where he was when he passed away, it makes me realize how much more like he had to go. Like, to me, I'm not even as me as an artist, and I think me and him probably like life wise kind of started around the same. He blew up when he was 17. I started recording when I was 17. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so when I got to the ages where he was, I was like, damn, like, really, like, it made me start to realize, like, wow, like, I'm not nowhere my peak where I'm at as an artist, and it made me just want to learn more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's something that that's something that he really like embedded in me, was like just becoming a student of the game and kind of banking on your craft and always wanting to like get the most out of it. You know what I mean? Because it was always about the music and the art for him. I really think you like get that sense every time you listen to him.
We miss you, Mac. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I
remember one time we were on our way home from fucking the first job we worked at, and I was listening to Hand Me Downs, and like, bro, I just like started crying. Cause I was like, damn, bro, like I think I started crying because at that moment I realized like we'll never get another Mac Miller, and we'll never get, and it's such a blessing that his estate and his family are giving us not one but two post ominous albums, but it's just like me realizing like that art will never be made again.
Yeah.
I was like, man,
that originality, like that pen to paper, that.
Yeah, and to me it was
creative,
bro, like my therapist is gone, bro. Like for a little while there, like that's how I coped with shit. Like I threw on some Mac Miller and I just like felt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just it's how I cope with shit. So then when I realized like, damn, like there's no more evolving.
Yeah.
There's no more evolution to this. This is what I gotta take it for what it is. And now I'm like I always give people their flowers when they're here, and I always like try to give people daps for their artistry while they're here. You know what I mean? And it's because like we don't know when we're gonna lose these people. So you might as well like just completely like, as weird as it sounds, just like love them. You know what I mean? And give them love, because it's like Lord knows they need it, right?
So, with Mac Miller in mind, I figure let's do a blind rank these 5 Mac Miller albums. and hey, listen up, bro.
Okay.
You can't use the same strategy that you used last time, where you just put everything kind of in the middle and then just
leave the first and last. Okay, I won't.
No, I'm just kidding. But we'll start off with swimming.
Ooh. So it's just any of his 5. It's not like, because he has more, right? He has like,
Yeah, he has 10. He has like 12.
all right.
I just wanted to do 5.
All right, 5 swimming. Then I'll do. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to do 2. But it's
Bro, you're kidding.
I'm
man,
dude. When I hear it, I'll do it. I'll do it.
All right. Let's go. The Divine Feminine.
5.
Let's go. Kids.
4.
Macadelic.
Nice. The 3, and then
Good AM.
yeah,
Good morning.
one for sure.
Hey,
and fun fact, like that's probably my favorite Mac Miller album. I really do enjoy Swimming in Circles. I love that shit so much. But like going back to the origins of my fandom, like Good AM really sought after me, you know.
Kind of before we move on to the next topic, I know you had kind of like something you kind of wanted to talk about like influence and how important that is to like.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about because last I don't know if it was last episode or the episode before that, but we were talking about podcasters and streamers and the influence they have on the music industry, and I just kind of wanted to give like kind of give my thoughts and see what you thought about it as well, and because I feel like if you're an avid music listener, like you have a certain taste in music, right?
Yeah.
And so that being said, I think what I wanted to talk about was developing the taste in music and why it's important to, not necessarily and it's with everything, not just with music, but I mean it's like to give it your own try. And it's because there's so many things that I've listened to musically that I've given a try, and it has changed not only my life, but it changed the way I thought about music. It gave me a whole different, I guess you can say, vibe. You know what I mean? And so I did want to touch on that and talk about like. And tell the viewers that we did touch base on the influence of influencers and how that would impact. But I did want to touch base on the other side of things and just let everybody know that, like, as a listener, you have an option.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have to like or dislike music because someone says, "Oh, well, we're just going to skip that track." Nah, go back. Go listen to it for yourself. You know what I mean? You might like that track. But I mean, how did you develop your music taste? And what's it like when you do kind of like get to, like, do you ever get to a point where you want to branch out, and what does that look like?
Yeah. So, I mean, my music taste, I feel like it's stuff that like I grew up with. So like stuff that I recognize, and then for like just really influenced sound wise and everything by like what I recognize. So I guess so sometimes just certain songs bring up certain memories. And so like that'll kind of me being kind of like a songwriter artist as well, even though I don't like make music right now. I don't think that like has ever left me. So like
tree on the Jello.
for real though. So like yeah, so that's where like it comes from. I think I did like start branching off just kind of a little bit more in middle school and high school just because I felt like a little bit more alone, you know what I mean? So I was more willing to just step outside the comfort zone, because I was kind of like in middle school and high school I was kind of just by myself for a minute. So I was like all right, well now I can try new things, and now I can see what I really do like, and if something like sounded familiar or resonated or made me feel some kind of way about like when I was a kid. I think like memories are like a huge thing for me. So it just makes like if I can remember something, if that song makes me remember it, or like something about it makes.
Is it like a timestamp kind of thing, or is it like kind of like, oh sorry, is it like a timestamp kind of thing, or is it like a like an emotion kind of thing, like
both.
Because there's like everybody says the word vibe, right? Like, wow, there's such a vibe. And I think the vibes have to do with a lot of the senses, like kind of connecting every sense together. You know what I think that's what vibes are. So I think like
frequencies. You know what I mean?
I think it's like when you do listen to a track, like there's a lot of tracks that I listen to now that do remind me of like certain moments in my life, like where I don't know, like I thought about something, right? Like, I don't know, there's a certain eras in your life, right? Like, I remember listening to shit from like grandma's house, you know what I mean? And that's like something that like kind of, I think it like kind of holds strong in our whole family's like really DNA, if you will.
And
but
we're talking about Grandma Lil, right?
Yeah,
I mean, like same thing with Big Rams too. Like I feel like her big parties.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think those were like more of like what I got at. Like I remember listening to like Suavemente and like the Electric Slide was like a real big thing, and
everybody, all of us,
we just all like kind of get up collectively and just certain shit like that. But also like there's a lot of like R&B that takes me back to when we were really just like in the fucking in the Nissan Probe, like you know what I mean? Like it's insane. But I just wanted to touch base on like how that forms, and I think like a lot of us kind of take that for granted because we're always like trying to catch those like a certain vibe, right? Like I know a lot of guys and a lot of my friends just love listening to like trap music because not trap like trap, like I'm talking like trap house like music, or you know that wave of things. And it's because like it's more fun to them, you know what I mean? It's more fun to them. But it's funny because like I feel like everybody has like kind of like a diagram, if you will, of or like a pie chart, if you will. And that's why I love Spotify Wrapped and shit like that. I think it's funny, and what I challenge everybody, and you and myself included, is to try to get at least 2 different artists on your Spotify Wrapped this year than you've ever had before. And one, like, try to have a very distinct Spotify Wrap. You know what I mean? Or something like that. Like, just because, like, I want people to expand their horizons this year. I want people to understand that music isn't just what we digest from mainstream media outlets. You know what I mean? I feel like we've lost touch with the underground side of things, if you will. So go out there and like make your own taste. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of change the palette up, if you will.
Yeah. I like doing that. That's kind of how I found a lot of like these funky songs, if you ever like hear me like listening to like just because I was like that was back when fucking I was living downtown, and I was just like also alone again.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I was like, fuck it, let me try something new. You also asked me how it looks if I expand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like I'm pretty palatable because I do like the EDMs, I do like the countries, I do like the Sabrina Carpenters. I do, like I'm pretty wide. I think for me to expand, it would probably be like learning other cultures' music. You know what I mean? Like maybe diving into more of like the Mexican, like Spanish side. Maybe like,
that was something I did in 2024.
French, like English shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like finding like other tunes.
Yeah, that's a trip, dude. Like, I mean, that's a whole another rabbit hole that maybe we can dive into on another episode or something. Like maybe we can turn that into a segment or something, like where we just like pick out a country.
Oh yeah.
And look it up on Spotify and like listen to a snippet or something. That'd
be tight. That's a good segment idea, bro. Honestly.
But yeah, man, like that's something I like just recently. When you brought up that I was like going like popping off in Serbia, I was like, dude, like what do Serbians even like listening to? You know what I mean? Like sometimes I wonder like what would a Frenchman say about a Prolly song? You know what I mean? Like what do they hear when they hear me? Because like ultimately they probably hear every like, you know what I mean? They probably hear every motherfucker here and think like, oh, that's American. You know what I mean? Like whatever. That was a really bad foreign accent, but like, you know what I mean? Like I think it would be funny if they like listen to Prolly, because like low key I don't really sound like every other rapper here. So like I would imagine they'd either be like, what the heck? Or like,
well, and I assume that's what would make you stand out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let's say somebody in Serbia, they hear
Excuse me.
like a Young Thug song or something, they're like, oh, this is what America makes, and then they like look up Jokic, they somehow find your music video, and then they're like, oh, this guy's from America, he makes like this, this is rap too, and like it introduces them to a whole nother side of things. And so it would be dope to kind of have that, what do they call those, like I don't know, like they're like a highway in the forest, I forgot what those are called, but just like have that pathway or have that mutual bond or connection where like, I get their music, they understand our music, and we transfer and stuff. I mean, I've been because since I've been streaming, I've been like popping off in other parts of the world too. Like it's like Germany, like Sweden.
Happens.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's like
the interwebs.
It would be cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It would be cool. Let's talk about. I mean, like last week was pretty lit, right? I mean, fucking Raw on Netflix. That shit was pretty gas.
Hey, I have to now. Like I need more wrestling tees because
Just
we
run it
film
back.
on Mondays, and this is like crazy.
Yeah.
Because like I think that's what I'm gonna do going forward, especially if we film on Monday. Like you're gonna see me in wrestling tees. Everyone's gonna be like, dude, that's all that fucker does.
Yeah.
Dude. Anyway.
Yeah. No. What are your original thoughts, just right off the bat?
Off top. I mean, dude, epic, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's definitely some like feedback for sure. But off rip, I mean, dude, Netflix, come on now. Dude, the cameras outstanding.
Dude, insane, bro.
Like the quality of production. Now, like wrestling fans, hear me out for a sec, dude.
Talk to him.
If you can make wrestling theatrical, this is how you do it. Like, this is real entertainment, bro. This is how you make wrestling mainstream. Because, like, dude, honestly, for all the nerds out there that want to see guys grapple for fucking 30 minutes and flip for 30 minutes, hey, turn that shit off, man. We're watching a television show. Yeah. We are watching the longest reigning episodic show on television in television history.
Yeah.
And it's becoming something that, hey, we can market. And Netflix is saying, hey, we can market.
Mm-hmm. And bro, like, I mean, just to double back on the cameras, bro, like, we don't even have like the best TV. We have a good TV. It's not the best. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if we had one of those like 8K fucking.
I think it would be unreal,
dude.
I think I'd be like,
yeah, literally, it would feel like it was right there. Just with everything that did happen and everything, you could just tell that Triple H is he's cooking, bro, and he's just trying to make this as entertaining as possible.
He's
as well.
trying new shit out,
like, and easily digestible. You know what I'm saying? So, I think moving forward, what are you like kind of expecting, or what are you excited for, just based on the matches that you saw, bro?
I mean, I'm gonna do like two different takes on this, because I'm excited for the program. I'm excited for the quality of the show. I'm excited for, like you said, Triple H cooking. I think if he puts his mind to it, if he decides, I mean, and honestly, he was that was the tester, and like for being a tester, that was just flat out amazing. So for that, I'm excited for. But going forward, storyline wise, I mean, dude, like Punk is phenomenal. Oh. I can't wait to see what he does.
But poor
Seth. I was gonna save him.
Poor Seth,
but
dude.
Seth, man, we gotta get Seth.
Just get Seth something.
I already mapped it out in my head, but we might be. I don't know. Internet IWC. Let us know, man. If you guys are watching this, let us know, man, because our guy Seth, dog.
He needs something, bro.
We need to get him something, bro. We need some sort of payoff. He's been carrying this motherfucker for years. He put Roman over. He put Cody over. He put Logan over, yeah. I think. He like all these people he put over. Like, come on. He
WWE.
put Gunther over. He put Punk over. Like, Seth. Like, WWE.
He's got to be able to win one, bro.
Hunter.
He's one of the most amazing like athletes.
Hey.
That
There
I've
you
seen.
go. I'm talking
you know
shit,
what I mean?
my dude. Yes.
Yeah. I've seen bad wrestlers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And he's definitely he's up there as one of the better like flyers.
Yeah. And performers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey. And chat. Don't. D been watching this as long as I've been, so we, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
we seen the Y2Js, you know what I mean. We seen the Eddies and the Kurtz. Like Seth is up there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Seth is up, and if he goes heel and has like an amazing run as a heel, it'll be very. I mean, it's Hunter-esque because like I that's why I fuck with Hunter too, is because he carried the shits. Like he made.
Yeah,
I think he made The Rock a star. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's no Rock without Hunter.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, that's facts. Now that I know a little bit more about wrestling and how it works, that's facts. You know what I mean?
Dude.
And Stone Cold too. You know what I mean?
A little bit of Stone Cold,
but all three of them just fucking
just cooking
the time, all the time, all the time. It's crazy, bro.
What's one that I really am excited for? One that really got a pop from me. Oh, and we might be missing it right now. So, but the Penta debut, bro. I cannot wait for the Penta debut. And it's funny because this is the side of wrestling Tree knows little about, but Penta's been cooking on the indie scene for at least 15 years, and I'm just so fucking excited to see him finally get to the big leagues. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go on note to say this for brown people is like AJ Styles performing in WWE in 2016, because for me it's epic to see someone like Penta grace the WWE ring, let alone debuted on such a platform that is raw on Netflix. So excited for that.
Yeah, hell yeah. I don't know much about that. So every time like you were like hyping it, and even when they showed like the preview last week and you're like, oh, Penta, I was like, I don't really know what that is, but I'm gonna just vibe. This is cool.
Dude, Penta's one of the greatest luchadors
when
of all
you
time.
put it like the comparison, you know what I mean?
Dude.
Like how you say it's like AJ Styles. All right, bro. Like,
bro,
when you say AJ Styles, I think also a big like competitor. You know what I mean? Another good wrestler that knows their shit.
There's no fucking indies without Penta for a long time. Like he's fucking amazing, and I can't wait till Ray Phoenix comes. I'm nerding out, but yes, so excited.
Good. You're good, man. You're good. I have been stealing your Netflix. Don't tell anybody. I'm gonna bleep that part out. Actually, no, I'm just kidding.
I've been playing. What?
No, but I actually tuned in. I locked in for Squid Games, bro.
Yes.
You're not much of a Squid Games guy, right?
Not necessarily for me. It's just damn. Side note, sorry. I looked at the TV. I just want to make this note. Matt Stafford had 124 passing yards in the first quarter. Insane. Anyway, Squid Games, not really like Squid Games 1 came out. Oh, he fumbled. Squid Game 1 came out, and I was kind of about it. I just caught it late. And by the time I caught it, like the boys had been fucking deep into it. I just couldn't catch up, dude. So I was like, I'll live for the memes.
Yeah, so for the first season, I think I was living with grandma at the time. So I was like, I didn't really have much to do at her crib. I put that shit on and I got kind of like into it. And the first season was really good. I liked it. I feel like since I watched it there though, I didn't like really like
get the full effect.
Yeah, like really, really watch. I did a couple episodes where I'd lock in for like an episode, but then people come and go in that house all the time. So it's like I would like be talking with them or chilling with them for a while, and they would just be playing. They'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck is this? Squid Games?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fucking trying to watch it. And then they're like, "Oh, well, you're watching it in Japanese?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yes.
That's like,
I'm like, how the fuck do you understand them?
yeah. I was like, "Well,
There's subtitles.
yeah." I can't do that. I
I
can't
can't read that fast.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, uncle, bro.
Dude, that even happened earlier this year. I don't know who it was. Family member.
It was probably
His family member, and yeah, they said the same exact thing. I'm like, oh, bro, you guys are killing me. You gotta at least try. I do like it more when it's in Japanese because I don't like the whole voice thing. And
You like the dub?
yeah, I like the dub. I can't do the subs. Or wait, I like the subs. Not dubs. Yeah,
There you
subs.
go. Sorry, anime fans.
I don't really know.
I'm just kidding.
But the second season was really good, bro. Honestly, a little bit more, a little bit more like kind of repetitive. You know what I mean? Like there's the question on like why he even goes back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that always like.
Well, see, I think that's the only thing I remember about the first one is like at the end, right? He like doesn't someone else give him a card or some shit like that, or like
Yeah, well, he sees the guy in the airport or something.
Right, and he's like, that's when he has a chance to go home, but he's like, he debates it, and isn't that where like they kind of cut it off?
Yeah, and instead of getting on a plane to go see his daughter, he
goes back.
Yeah, he goes back to fight.
That's where they pick up on too.
I mean, yeah. I think it is cool like how they did like I don't want to spoil anything, but they did like change the games. You know what I mean? And I was like very curious to see if it was gonna be the same or if it was gonna be something new. The storyline is like pretty fire.
Wow. I mean, there's a lot of questions I have. Obviously, maybe I should just go watch the shit. But like, I mean, is there some kind of like familiarity between the two? Like him playing the game and the people that are putting on these games. Is that too much of a spoiler, kind of?
No. Do
you get what I mean though? Like
yeah, a little bit, just because there's like a plot twist in there that I don't really want to like
spoil.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there is like the characters are all like somewhat connected. You know what I mean? And that just brings me to my next topic before we move on. Is just like I don't know, but like I like the show, but I'm not down for my whole feed to just be all Squid Games like all the time for like a couple of days. That's all it was. It was just Squid Games. Squid Games.
But isn't that what comes with like being in the day and like living in the day and age that we live in? Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Not about that.
That's what makes me hate watching this shit. You know what I mean? Because like I can't enjoy. Me and you too probably yesterday. Like, I can't enjoy watching this and then going on said social media platforms and just seeing nothing. But, like, mine's worse because I'm a Cowboys fan. But just, like, being, like, constantly just ragged on. Fuck, like, and, like, insulting things. Like, I don't even, like, I don't even sign up for this shit. And they're like,
just attacking.
Fuck the Cowboys. They fucking think they're the shit. It's like, dude,
That's what they fucking get. They'll never be anything.
Like, people are laughing. I'm like, dude, I just wanted my team to win just like you do, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, that's what I'm saying though. Is like, isn't that what comes with the internet nowadays? Like, you're gonna see, especially like big things like Squid Games. Like, can you imagine when fucking Stranger Things comes out this year, bro? Like, bless our souls. You know what I mean? Because like I don't even know Stranger Things. So
yeah, me either. That's gonna be one for Mila. I'm gonna have a segment with Mila about Stranger.
Right. When like that would be kind of a cool segment too. Would be, let's just spitball segments. That'd be kind of cool if we did like a segment where like the girls come on and kind of just like teach us about something about like new pop culture. That'd be kind of funny.
Put us on, dude. We gotta stay hip,
all
dude.
Right, so you're avid, what is it? Stranger Things fan.
Yeah.
Like tell us, give us a little bit of a rundown.
Yeah.
You know,
I've never watched a single episode, so make me understand.
Yeah, like make me.
Yeah.
Give me the.
Fucking. I mean, That sounds awesome, bro. I mean, I've been labeled also the cool dad too. So maybe they tell me I'm pretty cool, so I'm pretty hip that I know all the slang and stuff.
That's tight that you're the. I mean, I'm probably angry dad or oblivious dad. I don't know. I don't fucking know yet.
That's what they said in Mila's school.
You're cool dad.
Yeah,
nice.
Cool dad,
I might be cool dad. I'm more like, I just show up on film day.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, participate. Yeah, I'm chilling.
Here I am.
Yeah,
I am actually gonna recruit one of
we got
classmates and stuff. So, anyway.
So next. Thank you. Next. Thank you.
Ari.
So let's go into the sports segment on the Us versus Us podcast.
Shit. It's time to get sporty.
So
we need a buzzer for that.
Yeah, no, like a burr,
or a whistle, a little.
We had something dialed up for today because unfortunately, the Broncos lost. I fortunately don't get the same treatment as probably social media feed. So,
yeah,
it has been pretty supportive on the end of everybody. Yeah, everybody's been pretty everybody's like, it's okay, Broncos. It was a good season.
Sweet.
Yeah.
No Broncos fans turning on you guys yet?
I haven't dug that far into Twitter yet.
No fucking same old fucking Broncos. None of those guys
I'm sure if I see like an old guy, like I know for a fact the dude at King Soopers is gonna have a field day.
Rip Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Maybe, dude. I want to hear Luke Lee's take.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, and Mark too. Both of them, we gotta have them on too. Segment idea: we have drunk Luke come on here and talk about the Broncos.
Just call him. Call him. We need some call-ins or something.
Yeah. But let's get into way too early predictions for next season. Since we're both out, since we're both looking from the outside,
looking in, looking towards next year.
I'll go first if you want, man.
Yeah, let's hear what you say.
All right, so
your future's bright, so let's
let's rock with that. So yeah, Bo Nix, of course, we're gonna invest heavily into Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Build around him. The one thing that concerns me is we're losing quite a bit of free agents this year.
Ooh.
So everybody
really,
like 10 to 12, 15
like
players.
Starters.
Yeah, a mix of them, like a couple linemen and shit.
I didn't realize that.
Yep. Also, another thing that concerns me is, during fucking Sunday when we're losing, Vance Joseph and Sean McVay just like kind of getting into it, not really seeing eye to eye. So it makes me feel like something had been brewing before we started winning or something like that. And then we started winning. It was cool. Then now we're on the chopping block again, so it kind of like reignited it. That's just me making speculations. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but
that's definitely something that people should probably look into because
I've heard that people have called to interview Vance Joseph, and the Broncos like denied it. And then I heard that he did. And then I heard that he did actually end up still making it out to go interview for the position.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
So I mean, I'm not Woj. I'm not Woj at all.
Schefter.
Bro.
It's Schefter, D Schefter over here.
But I be on Twitter, man, and that's just what I saw.
Schefter.
If
Dion Palacero.
If the last part is just a rumor or whatever, the denied thing is definitely a fact. That is definitely something that happened. Is that somebody?
Well, I mean, look, and if I'm the Broncos, and granted, you don't really. Ethics is a thing, right? But
yeah.
I mean, if I'm the Broncos, like fuck that, no, like you're not touching my guy. This is my guy. This is our guy. You know what I mean? And for Vance, what the fuck, dude? This is my only opportunity. Like this might be my next opportunity to get a head coaching job. But I'm a big believer in God. I think Vance just got to give it to God, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why the Broncos are denying head coaching jobs for you. It's because obviously you're a sought out commodity, but ultimately, like, they hold the power because they employ you. So at the same time, like, you being who you are, got to take pride in who you are, but also at the same time, got to realize, like, the Broncos kind of control your fate, my boy.
Yeah.
Like, and they're flexing their nuts not because they want to control you, but because one, they have to, and two, because they want to. They want you. You know what I mean? Regardless of what happens, and I don't know the relationship between him and Sean Payton, but I would imagine, like, at some point someone's got to say, hey, like, this season wasn't just Sean Payton, and this season wasn't just Vance Joseph. It was a little bit of both of them. Yeah. Now, granted, like, Vance Joseph kind of has a little bit, like, more, his shit's hanging a little bit more because, one, he has a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. He has Nick Bonito, who just fucking, like, terrorized offensive tackles all season. And not only that, like, he's got something to build on. And I think, like, for me, I think, like, when you look at Vance Joseph, it's like maybe you might want to build that a little bit more before you kind of, like, let it go. You know what I mean? Because right now, like, that's a lot of what the Broncos are, is your defense. And more specifically, the defense that Vance Joseph built for you guys this season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I would say a couple seasons ago, without him, we looked very, very rough. Just to go back to starters, or like just people that are. Do you want a whole list, or do you want just like a DJ Jones, Cody Barton, Javonte Williams, Riley Dixon, Justin Stranad, Matt Pert, Michael Burton, Lil Jordan, Quinn Bailey. And that's about it. And that's it.
Expendable. In my opinion.
All of them? Oh, yeah.
Not all of them.
I think, like, we keep the defensive guys.
Sternad stepped up when Singleton went down. You gotta at least maybe try to retain him on a team-friendly deal. But when Singleton went down, Sternad and Barton stepped up. Do you think you'd, like, choose between the two?
Yeah, you're gonna have
like
to.
which one gives us more? I mean, Barton's solid. Sternad unpolished. Could be.
Yeah, in a couple years.
Yeah.
But that's why his value is probably good right now.
Yeah, depending on how much you value him too. But I would say, like, dude, honestly, I mean, like, pardon me, NFL players, but you're kind of trimming off the fat a little bit, right? You know,
we can take it. We can afford. Now that I read it back, we can afford it.
Like, maybe. I mean, I think Riley Dixon makes the most impact.
That's the biggest name on that list.
He makes the most impact.
He does.
I think,
honestly. I had another Broncos thing, but I mean, we can just go into Cowboys.
Shoot, man. How about we just stop fucking beating around the bush? Let's face the elephant in the room, man. We got no more McCarthy in our life anymore. I think that has a lot to do with my prediction and where I want to go with it. I think this is going to be a rough few years for the Cowboys. And I say that humbly. But I'm always down for it. You know what I mean? Always a supporter, you know.
I think those are the best times because then the wins feel
special.
Better. Yeah, special.
And I'll be honest with you. A lot of times when I kind of throw the flag in, the Cowboys kind of give me a reason not to. And so that's kind of what I'm hoping for. But also at the same time, like, dude, this is kind of the reality that I'm living in. We got 2 playoff teams in our division. 2 pretty, like, dominant playoff teams in our division, with the Commanders and the Eagles. So for me, it's kind of like, all right, that's if that's the competition, then what are we gonna do to compete? And my way too early prediction next year is we missed the playoffs again. Sucks. I almost just started crying, but I think we won't. I don't think we make the playoffs. The reason being is just because we need a new identity, and it's hard to find that, especially when you have like a Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like I have a lot of respect for Jerry Jones, and I'll never talk bad about Jerry Jones, and that's something that for me as a Cowboys fan, and me particularly, I'll never do, no matter what anybody outside of the Cowboys organization or anybody that supports the Cowboys organization. That's something I just don't do. Jerry Jones built this dynasty. He built this $1 billion team to be what it is, and I respect that.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to the football side of things, we got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of spaces. There's a lot more spaces to fill than there is money in checks to cash. One person also I'll probably die on the hill supporting is Dak Prescott. I don't think they've done their best to really give him a chance to really make a run. And for me, I think he's done a lot of things for himself that is kind of like, he's played in a lot of games that he hasn't performed in, but to me, I don't hold that against him because it's a team sport. To kind of wrap it all up, I think what I look at going forward is I'm looking forward to the draft. I want to see who we draft, and then there being no McCarthy, obviously I want to see who they sign next.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to ask you before, or go ahead and wrap up.
A lot of names floating around.
Mm-hmm.
One being Jason Witten.
No way.
That's crazy to me. But hey, you never know. I just want someone that is willing to look beyond the star and just think about the X's and O's of things. And I think maybe McCarthy was trying to do that, but I mean, McCarthy, I think he came in with a reputation, and that's kind of the reputation that he upheld.
Let me, I was going to pull up who you guys are going to interview. This article has who everybody is going to interview. The Jets, the Bears, the Saints, the Raiders.
Cowboys are eyeing Deion Sanders.
Oh, no way. Deion Sanders to the Cowboys. There's no way. There's no way Deion just fucking one and dones us. He just fucking banging boots us. Bro.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at Bleacher Report, one of the articles is names to watch for a Cowboys job: Kellen Moore, John Gruden, Jason Witten.
Damn, he's even top 3.
And then they're saying don't rule out Deion, don't rule out Belichick.
Damn. See, I need more of a source like that.
BR, baby.
BR. I was on Yahoo.
Shout out Bleacher
Report. That's what it was, bro. What the fuck? All right. So, but yeah, we're over the hour mark, so it's probably best we start wrapping up on that.
Yeah, man.
Cut all this up. So,
I mean, for kind of like a foreshadowing to the next episode, because I do want to dive into something in that nature. But one thing I want to do before we wrap up is, what's one word that you want to describe for 2025?
2025 is one word is just either go or do. I mean, I just feel like just just doing things instead of talking about them, instead of, you know, I mean, I've been on that motion for a while of just trying to like always make shit happen and always get things like accomplished, everything that I say that I'm gonna do. But like a lot of the times I felt, you know, I feel restraint and shit like that. So just go do, yeah. And that's where I'm at. What about for you? What do you think 2025? I was also gonna say motion. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, motion.
I like that.
Motion's probably better than go or do. Motion.
I don't know. It's a little bit of a slang word, but trust. Trust. Yeah, trust, but like truz.
Oh, okay.
You know, big truz type shit, you know?
Yeah, fuck the huzz. I'm looking for the truz.
I think just try, like, you know, to kind of bank on that, just, you know, trusting in yourself, trusting in God, trusting in the motion, right?
Yeah.
You know? So trust, doing the work and trusting in it.
Yeah. No, and I feel that, like, you know, especially like that resonates with me because of what I'm going through right now.
Yeah.
I don't know I recorded a video, I'm putting it out on YouTube, but like I quit my job last week, and you know, it's like this whole week and everything has been like kind of
like you said,
a little bit overwhelming with just like the thoughts and, you know, everything that I've, you know, been kind of going through and dealing with mentally and shit like that. And but everything is on the up and up, honestly. And I think that, you know, what I'm trying to accomplish, I'll be able to get done with, you know, with the time that is allotted. And I plan and intend to bounce back, you know, and bounce back better than ever and shit. So
I mean, and it's not even like above like the forwardness of the bouncing is definitely there, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was maybe a step. I wouldn't say it was back, man. So that's one thing I'll say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and that's a really awesome like analogy and a good way to put it is that, you know, the ball was already, you know, rolling. So now it's just like, now we get it to bounce, and so that bounce will fucking take us over the mountain. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So I do feel confident, and I feel confident in myself, and I feel confident in, like, you know, not only what we're doing, but just like me being able to get outside and just fucking make shit happen. You know what I mean? And that's what I want to do with this motion and shit like that. So like the goal and the plan and the intention is to, like, you know, obviously I got my camera, so everywhere I go needs to be vlogged, you know, needs to be recorded.
Oh, yeah. Everything
that I'm doing, whether it is fucking changing a tire or going to lunch with my sister, you know, everything needs to be recorded. DB needs to be, you know, filmed. You know what I'm saying?
DB films. Let's go.
Well, the thing is, like, like right now it's just recording. The next step is getting the stream to a level where people will tune in a lot more. You know what I mean? So that's one thing that I need from you guys, is make sure that you guys tune into the streams. Make sure you follow my Twitch account. You know what I'm saying? Active it. Yeah. Like, come chat. You know, come chat with me.
Like the post, reply to the post.
Exactly.
Comment on the post, share the post.
All of that shit all matters in the whole big equation, because eventually those videos turn into live streams. You know what I'm saying? In the live streams, we pretty much go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And then the daily tasks that I'm, like, you know, planning on doing, whether it is just going to get some motion real quick, make some bread, then you guys can be part of that. You know what I'm saying? You guys can see that, you know, you can do this on your own. You can work for yourself, and you can push, and you can still make money. You don't have to make money for other people in order to make money for yourself. You have to invest in yourself and invest in what we got going on. Yeah. The business aspect too is on an upswing too. I'm pretty much ready to put the LLC in. So #media entertainment is going to be a thing.
That's crazy. That was a big announcement.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm sorry, bro, but like that's what I'm gonna do. But I feel like when I do that, then I can kind of be like legit, like looked at like as a legitimate business, and you know, kind of take that to the next level and
Yeah.
start working and
Yeah.
incorporating things. So we'll see what's going on, what happens, and we'll stay up to date or whatever. But just got to keep going and shit like that, and keep pushing.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, dog.
What
Excited.
What like 2025 like. What does it look like for you?
I mean, a whole lot of work, man. I go into this year looking at the mountain, and I got my backpack on. I got my motherfucking camelback loaded. I got my motherfucking hiking boots. You know what I'm saying? I got my stick guide or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But I'm ready, man. I'm just ready to attack, ready to go full force on it. I think for me, like I said, is just kind of banking on the idea of trusting in my beliefs, trusting in my confidence, trusting in the work that I'm putting in. More specifically, it's just kind of doing less of this and more of this. You know what I mean? And just being able to not necessarily think about it, you know what I mean, or try to give myself the opportunity to feel like, is this what I'm supposed to do, right? And just doing it, you know what I mean. And so that's why I love the idea of just go, you know what I mean, and just be who you are. I think for me, a lot of what I'm doing this year is continuing to build off of everything that I've built for myself already, and by doing that, kind of like you said, just investing, you know what I mean. Investing, I told you the other day, if I can't invest money, I'm gonna invest time, you know what I mean. I'm gonna invest effort. I'm gonna invest the little things, you know what I mean, because I feel like right now it's those little things matter, getting the LLC, recording every day, doing the little videos, and even for me, just writing the little freestyles, writing whatever I see, and whatnot, and just being able to kind of give all that to God and just say I'm all I can control is me, and I have nothing but faith in our Lord and Savior. So just letting that rock, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah. I'm just so grateful for you. Yeah. And I'm grateful for Dad. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful for Mila. You know what I'm saying? She's very supportive. You know what I mean? So all of you guys and all of us, we all built this kind of house together and everything like that. So we're just gonna continue to keep building, and I'm excited. I'm super excited for this year, and thank you for everything that you do, including coming on this podcast. Man. I know I kind of went to you one day and was like, hey bro, let's just fucking start hitting record, we need to, and you've been all in since, and I appreciate that. And
yeah, man.
Yeah,
always
just continue to grow, bro.
I mean, and that's one thing I want the viewers to know is it takes a lot to be all in, and I think if you don't know when to be all in, don't be all in. But also at the same time, if you can feel it, live it, breathe it, and believe it, because that's not you being all in. That's way much more. You know what I mean? That's way much more. That's I want to say it's God. It's God believing that. You know what I mean? So live it. You know what I mean? Breathe it, believe it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead and give them a shout out or your socials real quick.
Oh, as always, you can follow me on Instagram and X at my name is probably all one word. On Twitch and TikTok until the January 19th, it'll be my name is probably 97, and you can follow me on YouTube. We do YouTube at my name is probably official. So go ahead and follow all my socials, and look out, man. 2025, we're going hard.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in for another episode. This is the 6th, and I'm having so much fun doing this. My name is #Dion. Spell out the hashtag _Dion on all social media platforms. Make sure you go ahead and give me a follow, and then go check out Prawley's YouTube, bro. My name is Prawley Official. He's got a couple music videos up on there that I shot, directed, and edited. So go let me know what you think of those. I really appreciate anybody who comes by and listens to the podcast, whether it's for 5 seconds or the whole thing. Make sure you drop a like and make sure you hit subscribe on YouTube. I really appreciate y'all. Like I said, we're gonna get up out of here. So peace.
Later.
I need me a check. I need it. Saying with love, now that I'm found, I really need my respect. I really need it. Nobody but me in my head. Nobody. I'ma do me till I'm dead. Do me. If I gotta fight for my soul, then fuck it, I might as well go for the neck.